And welcome back. It is I, Haskie, your host. There's something on my mic. Spiderwebs, maybe. Much better. Happy Wednesday. Happy Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island Day. Gotta be doing that one. Yeah. This is not really one of those games that I played when I was a super young kid. I actually didn't own a Super Nintendo until many years after everyone kind of had theirs and played it, and I actually believe I got my N64 before I got my Super Nintendo. Trying to think of the order that I had those old consoles. It was kind of like NES. It was NES, Sega Genesis, then N64, then Sony PlayStation, and then like everything else after that. And then yeah, I bought a used Super Nintendo from like a local games shop, somewhere in between like N64 and PlayStation. However, my good friend did own Yoshi's Island, and that's pretty much, I don't know, there was only a couple of games I bought the Super Nintendo for, and that was like Yoshi's Island, and like Super Mario RPG, and like maybe one or two others, but those are the only two that I can really think of. So, yeah, I don't know, still an amazing game, and I'm going to play it for you now, starting right now, right now. I'm going to delete that. Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. No. Wait. There. Alright. Probably should have showed, like, that first cutscene that you get when you first turn on the game, but kind of forgot until that moment. But it's just like a stork carrying babies, and then one of the babies falls and it turns out to be Mario. That's pretty much the whole thing. Alright, I'm hoping I set up my controller right. Sorry, I'm kind of skipping that. It's just explain how the life works. Okay, got it. Right. So Yoshi's Island. I guess me playing this game right now is kind of brought on from me playing Yoshi's Woolly World? Woolly World, right? Every time I see that name, it looks like Wally World. Yoshi's Woolly World. Woolly World. I went over to my friend Ron's house for the 4th of July, kind of. It was actually the 3rd of July. But we had a 4th of July get-together, and we played that game. And I didn't realize how much of a Yoshi's Island kind of sequel, Yoshi's Story sequel that game actually was. I thought it was just a game starring Yoshi, but it's definitely a Yoshi's Island game. Yoshi's Story, of course, not being super great, but okay. Yoshi's Island is definitely the best. And Woolly World was pretty fun. We only played so much of it, of course, but I saw like the first and a little bit of the second world. The multiplayer was fun. So, yeah, I'm Yoshi. I eat enemies, make eggs, and then I throw the eggs. Actually, isn't that like the name of this level? Make eggs, throw eggs? Okay, stop. There are these red coins. I believe there's 30 in each level. So there's kind of like a scoring system. Like, if you want to, you can just get through the level. But if you want to, like, really, you know, 100% the game, then you have to collect What is there? There's 5 flowers, 30 red coins, and then you're also scored on how much health you have at the end of the level. I keep accidentally pushing down, that's kind of annoying. So that's one of the flowers right there. Did I have... Oh, I've got 3 already, okay. So you don't have to kill enemies or anything like that. It's not like you're scored on killing enemies. It's just about... It's kind of like exploring. And just, you know, finding all the cool secret areas and making sure you stay safe, don't take damage. But this game is really just kind of a joy to... I mean, there's some challenge to it, but it's more than anything kind of casual, in my opinion. But it's just the hand-drawn crayon graphics are just so much fun to look at, and the music's really, really nice, and it's just, yeah, it's a good chill game. I mean, like, the final world gets pretty challenging, but I don't know. The game's pretty forgiving. When you take damage, Baby Mario flies off your back, and he gets enveloped in a bubble, and he kind of flies around. And you have... Let's see, where's my life? Yeah, see, I have 30 stars. The stars are your health. I have 30 stars right now. So I would have 30 seconds to get him back, which is a long time. I mean, usually he gets knocked off your back, and he starts flying around, and you just jump up and immediately grab him again. Like, within 2 seconds, you know? So it's very rare that you actually die. I mean, I suppose there are some levels that there's like these spikes that kind of instantly kill you, and then of course you'll, I don't know, land on those every once in a while and die. And there's lava that'll instantly kill you, but dying to an enemy is, again, not very often, not a very common occurrence. I also kind of like how each level, you kind of play as a different colored Yoshi. It's really kind of a minor thing, but for some reason I like that a lot. It's like in the first level, like, god damn it. Okay, so... Of course I said that I don't die often. I deserve that. Alright, so the game's super hard, I'm gonna die a bunch. How's that? But yeah, played as the green Yoshi, and you'll play as the green Yoshi again. It's not like that was the only level that I'll play him, but he's usually there for the boss fights, which I think is kind of funny. So that right there is kind of a checkpoint ring. If I were to die at this point, then I would respawn at that ring. It also gave me some life. That was kind of cool. Totally on accident. Oop. I will say that one thing that I never did in this game... Okay, so on that first level, I actually got a perfect score. I finished the level with 30 stars, you know, full health. I got all the coins and I got all the flowers. That gave me a score of 100. That's the highest score you can get. And of course, that being the first level, it's not really that hard. Damn, that's still... If you get 100... I think it's if you get 100 points on all the levels, then you unlock a secret stage in that world. And there's, I think, actually 2 secret stages in each world, I think. Maybe it's just 1. I'm not really sure. Anyway. I have not even gotten close to unlocking and beating all of the secret levels. I think I've gotten a perfect score on all the levels in the first world. Whoops. And then I did beat completely out of time. Can I do this again? Right. I think I got the secret stage of the first world, and I think that's it, honestly. I think in order to get, like, a perfect score on one of the second world stages, I just, like, straight up could not find one of the flowers or some of the red coins or something. And I hope I don't disappoint anyone by probably not trying really hard to 100% everything. I usually get enough enjoyment out of just playing through the game. That's usually what I do. Like, those were actually red coins up there. But, whatever. I don't know. I don't really care. That's kind of an interesting thing, and it's not like I've never noticed it before, but I guess I still kind of make the realization as if I never thought about it. It's like I don't really care about 100%ing games a lot of the time. I mean, if I play a certain game and it's like a really special game, I'll go 100% it. Absolutely. Sure. But and I'm not saying this game isn't special to me. I love this game. But yeah. Just not I don't really get much out of that. I know some people who like have to get all the achievements in certain games. Like they have to. Yeah. So at the end of every stage, there's that wheel at the end, and you have a chance of getting like one of these bonus things. And I lost. There's just like a pool of little mini games that you play. Like that one is... Oh, it wasn't an instant loss. I guess in this one you scratch 3. It's like we got one up. The Cave of Chomp Rock. Pretty sure there's a secret here. Yeah. Okay. Oh. There he is. There's Chomp Rock. This is his cave. But it is kind of interesting, and I didn't mention this before, maybe that caused some confusion, but I could tell that certain coins were red coins, and I think it's a lot easier to tell nowadays with like the color displays that we have. But like, can you tell the difference between these coins? The top 4 coins are red coins. They have like a slightly redder tint to them. They're a little bit more orange. Like the shadows are straight up orange, whereas these ones are just kind of like a dark yellow. But those, the bottom 4 are not, and then the top 4 are all red coins. I don't really know, excuse me. I don't really know why you would be able to see that. Like, is that intended? I mean, it has to be, right? Like, someone's not gonna, like, accidentally change the color. I don't know, I always thought that was strange. Because, like, on my old CRT TVs, you know, the super old school tube televisions where the color wasn't so hot and the lines weren't so clear, like, you really couldn't tell. By the way, I love this cave. I love these caves. Just the caves in general. Super cool. Like the way, like, the faces of, like, the gemstones, or the faces of the cave rocks, whatever you want, how they kind of sparkle, and they each have a different color. There's a lot of life there. Got a key. So sometimes in these levels, I keep hitting. That's so strange. Like, I wasn't doing that in Sonic the Hedgehog. It's really... I don't know. Anyway, there's like those little huts, and if you go looking, you can find a key. Sometimes they're pretty well hidden, but that one was pretty easy. It was just like kind of off the screen there. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna suck at this really bad. This is a minigame where you have to press... It tells you what buttons to push, And since I'm playing on a GameCube controller, actually, no, yeah, it's a little bit different. So it's gonna be like, okay, press X, and I'm like, okay, that's... What button would that be? It would be Y on the GameCube controller, I think. Yeah, we're gonna have some... We're gonna struggle here a little bit. Alright, B is that one. No. No. Got it. Anyway, this balloon is gonna grow. It's kind of like a hot potato thing. It doesn't help that I really don't even know the controls on a real Super Nintendo controller. It's like each generation of controller has buttons that are just like rotated a different direction. Aw, man. I think that was only for 1-ups anyway, so it's not really a big deal, but... I already went this way. Ooh, I need to add Kirby Superstar to my, my playlist. It's a freaking sweet game, too. It's kind of a cheap game, though. I say cheap because it was like one of those cartridges that was like, this is 10 games in one, but like some of the quote-unquote games are just not games at all. Like, I would have, I don't know. We'd have to, like, take a look at the cartridge and show you what I mean, but... Superstar supposedly was not a game, but a collection of games. But that's total bullshit. It's just a game. Our scores are getting lower. They're just gonna continuously get worse as we get to the harder levels. This is kind of like a risk and reward kind of game. It's like, I got that. Now I can continue going and possibly get more items, or I can exit and lock this in. See, I should really leave. I should really leave, but I'm gonna throw one more. Oh, yes. So yeah, there are items in this game. It's kind of like a Super Mario Bros. 3 thing. Actually, that's kind of not true. When you open up the menu, you have like 3 item slots, and you can use them at any point. Like this one, I actually don't even really know what it does. I'm screw it, I'm gonna use it. I think that just reveals all of the mystery, the hidden question mark blocks. I think that's what that one did. The stars, of course, kind of doesn't really require an explanation, but it gives you 10 life points, which is really good for when you are trying to 100% things. Because, like, if you get to the very end of the level, and you're like, shit, I need 3 more health points in order to 100% this, then you just use that and you're good. Then you're golden. This is kind of a funny level, in that there's, like, these cracked ceiling blocks, and you can actually just, like, hop up here and just straight up skip everything. I think there's some red coins up here, too. I think? Maybe not. Oh shit. So I guess it is kind of somewhat semi-important to note that, like, the different colored eggs do have very slightly different effects, and by effects I mean when you break them, or when you use them on enemies, they'll give you different things. I think the green one gives you nothing, the yellow one gives you a coin, and then the red one gives you stars. The interesting thing is, when you bounce an egg, it changes to the next color. Like, you see that one? I threw a yellow one and it turned red right there. So, if I fire this yellow egg right at an enemy, I would get a coin. If I bounce it off of something first, I got stars there, you see that? So that's pretty cool. It's kind of an incentive to do, like, crazy trick shots, which I was never really good at. So I got a key here. In this case, it wasn't to one of those mini games. It was just how to progress through the level. So I didn't point out before, but seeing a key does not necessarily mean you're going to get a mini game. It's just a... freaking ducking. It's so strange. And I just received a text message. Sorry, one second. Make sure that there's no... Alright, so red doors are boss doors. Pretty cool. This is a super simple boss. You just hit him a couple times and, well, his pants fall down. Hate it when that happens. Someone throws eggs at me and my pants fall down. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Whoop-woo. Huh. I don't actually know if I've ever beaten a boss with Mario in the air before. Probably should have done that from the beginning instead of trying to, like, go through Bert. So was that the first time Mario got knocked off? Yeah, that's what happens. So I think I had 30 stars. So as he was flying around, my stars were, you know, subtracted, removed, eaten up by time. So yeah, we do got these auto-scrolling levels, which are super stressful. Kind of. It's not that big a deal, but... Oh my god, that was... Dude, I'm gonna freaking die. I love those flower guys. How they just kind of like skip around and you see the little music notes like they're whistling or singing or something like that, and then you just like straight up eat them. And I just love how fast they get they get eaten. They just they're just kind of skipping along, minding their own business, and then like a flash of lightning as Yoshi's tongue like lashes out and pulls him in. It's awful, actually. Pretty sure that guy did nothing wrong. What's up? Hey, no. Oh, wow, that was... And the Shy Guy's, like, hiding in the flowers. I don't know, some of the... Just, like, some of these enemies have, like, so much personality. Oh, snap, son. I want to say if you do those flutters frame perfect, you actually gain altitude. Because, like, you know, you flutter and then the flutter stops, but, like, as you begin to fall, you can start to flutter again. And it's like, the sooner you begin to flutter again after that first flutter, like, the less altitude you lose. But then apparently if you make a frame perfect one, I think it is frame perfect, or close to it if not, then you actually flutter a little bit higher. I don't know if I wanted to do that. No, stop. Stupid. Oh, also, for some reason, the red coins also are not affected by light, so they glow in the dark. That one must be intentional, right? That must be a mechanic. I don't know, it's still weird to me. These dudes are on stilts. Oh. Kind of figured that guy would die. Also, it's important to note, when you go below 10 stars, and you pick up Mario... Damn it. Okay, so I was at 15 right there, right? And I picked him up after, I don't know, 4 stars? So it stayed at 11. But if you go below 10, whenever your stars are between 0 and 10, they regenerate to 10. So 10 is kind of like this floor that you hit. God damn it. No. Come, what? Wow. Hey, come here. I want to borrow you for a second. Like, what just happened? Some scary man-eating flower. I just fed a Shy Guy to it. I need Egu. Egu. Blark. Excuse me? Alright, so on top of, I don't know, what I guess I would consider normal gameplay, then there's like these weird little transformation scenes, or areas, I guess, where you turn into like a machine or an animal. Oh, I guess we saw the helicopter already, right? I forgot about that. And I kind of just like played it like nothing was weird about it, didn't comment on it at all. But yeah, I don't really know how I feel about those. I think they're a little bit weird. Like later on, I think in World 4, you turn into a submarine for a while. It's like, I don't know. I'm fine with Yoshi just being Yoshi. I don't need him to turn into a helicopter or a plane or anything like that. Oops. Come here, stars. Oops. There's one happy flower. Look at that guy. Wait. Okay, never mind. That was strange. That's weird. The eggs don't, like, leave a trail when you jump. It's like the eggs, you know, they're following me around. But, like, when I land on this, that's really weird. Why don't they work? That's funky. What was that? Wow, that's disappointing. 99 points. Alright, anyway. That'll be the end of our first part. Go ahead and click this button. I'm just gonna take a quick break. And when we return, we'll touch fuzzies and get dizzy. And everyone's like, what the hell does that mean? You'll see. Just a little LSD. No big deal. Be right back. Stay tuned.